Welcome to another issue of the Studentpreneur. And I welcome every one of you as we talk about various topics and or also various hooks so that we are able to get some more information about entrepreneurship, especially focusing on the youth. And today we are going to look at entrepreneurship should be a topic discussed by parents with their children at home. Teach them early. Do you believe that entrepreneurship should be taught by parents to their children whilst they're at home? Do you think that parents should teach entrepreneurship early to their children? Yes, they should. And why do I say so? Entrepreneurship is something that is learned. There are some people who have the knack for entrepreneurship. And when I say the knack for entrepreneurship, I am talking about the whole idea of starting a business from an idea. Sometimes you might be thinking of something that is nagging you in your mind, telling you that that business might work. That business that might work. And here it is, you have the business as a little hobby, right? And you're a child and you're thinking, should I inform my mom or my dad about having this little hobby as a business? And you're asking yourself, should I do that? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Why? Because that is how I started. As a child, growing up on Stibber Street in Dominica, one of the things that I learned is entrepreneurship from my parents because my parents opened about 6 to 7 micro businesses during my formative years. And that is what gave me the inspiration to own my business. Okay? So let's look at the businesses that they owned. They owned a snow cone business. And at that time, there was a massive hurricane. That's Hurricane David. I was a little child at the time. And a number of people lost their fridges and their freezers and all these things. But we had freezers because why? My parents used to make ice. So what happened? My parents saw this as an opportunity to sell ice and to sell snow cone. So they did not only sell ice, they sold snow cone. So we used to go around the island selling ice and snow cone because so many people lost their fridges. So that was an opportunity. Now at that time, we also sold, we used to call it firing cocoa at the time. When you grate coconut, you grate the coconut and you put little spice and nutmeg, and then you put it on the fire, and then you let it, brown a little bit. You add a little bit of oil so that it does not stick in the pan. And we used to put it in little packages and sell it to the children in the primary school where we went to school. And I vividly remember those days. My father used to make little cakes, little Johnny cakes, and sell them to the students. That was another little micro business. So over the years, we learned. We learned that yes, you can use your hands, make things, and actually sell them to make money on an ongoing basis. And once the people love these things, then they will buy. My father also opened a joinery shop. Okay. And he used his hands to make furniture. And also a day like today, do you know this furniture are still well, what would I say, well organized, right? The only thing they need is just a little refurbishment, but they are still going strong. Another business my parents opened was a photography business. And that is why we have so many black and white photographs, hidden away, right? So he made money out of a photography business. So he was also in farming. His relatives had farms, and also my grandparents had farms. So when they passed, he started a farming business where he used to sell fruits, vegetables, and other products in the main town. So I can talk about so many businesses that we had. We also had a grocery shop where we used to sell groceries, and we learned from that experience. Why? Because after leaving school, we would work at the grocery shop, okay, and make our little money from our parents' business. So it taught us various principles. It taught us about customer service. It taught us about financing. It taught us about how to make money and how to spend money. It taught us about customer relations. So when the customers come in, how do we relate to the customers? It also taught us about keeping our environment safe and keeping our environment clean. Because my parents always wanted to know that when the customers come, that the supermarket or the shop was always clean. We learned about organization, right? The shelves have to be properly organized. And every Saturday, we used to dust the tins of corned beef and sardine and all these things. We used to make sure that all these things were properly cleaned. And we also learned to weigh sugar and flour and peas and lentils and all these things. So it is important that, and I'm going back to the hook again, entrepreneurship should be a topic discussed by parents with their children at home. Teach them early. Okay? Don't hand the children the fish, teach them to fish. So when you teach them to fish, they will be able to catch small fishes initially, medium sized fishes, and then large fishes eventually. So, parents out there, children out there, if you have an idea, inform your parents. If your parents have a business, work in the business. Okay? Now, if they help you to start your micro business, bravo, well done. Well done. So, all you need to do is continue with the principles of entrepreneurship. And don't forget, make sure you keep your records. So, anything you spend and anything you make, keep your business records. Follow the guidance of your parents. And when you become an older adult, entrepreneurship will be a breeze. You will be able to open your micro business and you will be able to run your business with little or no problems. Well, as we know, there are always challenges, but then you will better be able to handle the challenges that will come your way. Why? Because you have learned through your formative years from your parents who have done it before. And because they have done it before and you were part of the process, then you learned the principles of entrepreneurship. So it's going to be a smoother ride for you. So parents, don't wait until your children get to fifth form and you leave fifth form and where they have to ask you for $1 to buy certain items or amenities that they need. Teach them early. When you teach them early, then the little ideas that they have in their mind, they will be able to inform you about it. And then you will be able to finance those micro businesses for them. So at that time, they will grow up a little better, learning about how to do business and also learning the principles of entrepreneurship. Don't waste time and never think your child is too young to learn. As long as they're able to read and write, teach them little by little. Show them that when you hand them $1, what do you do with that dollar? How much do you save? So put little cups. Put little cups. Put 3 little cups. This is for you to save. This is for you to spend on your sweeties. Yes. And this is for you to hold there until Christmas time so you can buy your little dollies and so. So teach them to save and teach them how to spend wisely. And not only that, don't only teach them to spend wisely and to save, you do it yourself. So when you do it, show them how you are managing your money by making your income and spending your income so that they learn those principles when they reach adult life. Okay, so these are my feedback on entrepreneurship should be a topic discussed by parents with their children at home. Teach them early. So don't only teach them early, show them the way. See you on the next episode on the Studentpreneur. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. See you soon.